Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Are you guys ready up there? Okay, just give me a second. All right, quiet on the set.
Ow! Peace and blessings of the Most High, the balance, omniverses, multiverses, triverses, dual verses, and universes be upon you all in earshot and eye shot of the God. It's your friendly neighborhood Pharaoh Riser, Shepsi Dwamu Tefa Moon, and welcome to another episode of Revision Radio, where we seek, analyze, and break down right knowledge, wisdom, overstanding, right thinking, right reasoning, and right action from the third eye point of view. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. It's Monday night. Moon Day night, You're gonna see me doing this like all night because the mirror reflection in my joint don't be aligned. So I be moving it the wrong way. Yo, how everybody doing out there? How was the weekend? How y'all doing so far as this whole get the how y'all doing with that? What's going on? Listen, man, y'all stay safe, stay healthy. Drink a lot of teas. Stay out of everybody's face. Like give yourself a chance. Like that's all. Like we gotta hold the line, man. How we used to say we're dealing with the pigs. Like survive the encounter. You understand? Like that's the agenda right now. Survive the encounter, beloveds. So tonight we're going to do. This is going to be like a as you've seen for the join us what's that? Spiritual tools for psychic self-defense. Yeah, that's what we do. Part 2. We did one already. We're going to do part 2. In order for us to like really get busy with this thing and protect ourselves, because we speak about the master YAANUWN and everything that he's brought as far as the doctrine, the rebirth of Tamaray, the rebirth and resurfacing of our ancient way of life and spiritual science, Wusabat. But we don't emphasize that he's a spiritual master. Very important to emphasize that he's a spiritual master. And being a spiritual master, so within the schools of thinking that we went through, we had several spiritual orders. The Sufi order, Sons of the Green Light, the Ancient Mystic Order of Melchizedek, the Ancient Mystic Order of Natia Adaferti Atumbre, the what he said, we had like a variation of the Sufi, like it was the Essene order also, and then naturally the ancient Egyptian order. So within all these orders, we have disciplines and rituals and things in order to strengthen our spiritual body. We're told to take care of our physical body also, but we have to remember that our spiritual body is important. And that your physical body, through our glands in the endocrine system, is controlled really and dictated by the energy body through the chakras or the arush in those seats, those energy seats. And so our glands are interpenetrating or in those sockets. And when your spiritual body is sick, that's when your physical body shows, sickness on the physical side. So I'm saying this to say the master has spent years disciplining us, giving us the rituals and supplications and practices in order to strengthen our spiritual body, and now in this new doctrine of this ancient futuristic doctrine of Wu Sabat, we know what the spirit is now, as opposed to what our concept of the spirit was before. Now we know what the spirit is. The spirit is the personality. So we know that when you talk about the spiritual, you're talking about you have to master your personality. You have to master those weaknesses of the spirit. Now, I like to say, I know my brothers in the Moorish Science Temple, they greet each other Islam, and the acronym is I, self, law, and master. And so I used the same acronym and said, well, Islam is really the issue that's holding a lot of us back, not as far as what they teaching, because we bear witness that the prophet, Noble Jew Ali, we bear witness to him as our prophet also. So when you talk about our self, Lord, I say Lord, like the nation of gods and earth, and master, you're talking about selfishness instead of selfless. And so we have to learn to turn our spiritual and physical inside out, or really our soul bodies and our physical body inside out, and prioritize our soul being as opposed to our physical being. So the master has taught us different things throughout the years to focus on, taught us how to focus on our soul body, in order for us to be more positive beings on the planet. Very necessary, because it ties into the doctrine insofar as with the extraterrestrial part of the doctrine, with the Pleiadians, right, selling out the Europeans, the Mukasu on Earth, as an alternative food supply to the Draconians, and then the Muirapu or the Mukasu on Earth, they seek to do the same thing with us, sell us out as an alternative food supply for them. But this is the catch. Those Draconians, they eat on negative energy. So in order for us to replace them on the menu, they have to convert our energy and vibration to be similar to theirs. And that's what we're showing. When you look at our youth and you look at their Europeanized clothes, when you look at how they tight clothes, all the tats, all them piercings, that's not our culture. That's not our stuff. That's somebody else's stuff. That's been done along with the Trans Euro Express, the music itself, in order to speed up in order to change the vibration of the music, change the vibration of the people, in order for us now to qualify to be on the menu to replace them with their as the food supply for their overseers. So just to shorten the build, you won't be on the menu if you hold a positive frequency, if you stay in positive order of things. But if you want some nigga stuff, if you want some necro mentality, dead mentality, if you on that and you the Negro that the Mukasu, the European, grafted over the last 400 years, if you in the mentality of the Negro that was grafted over 400 years, then you are the food supply. And the only way to get off, you got to get into your own stuff, get on your own frequency, and get in the positive. You got to get out of that negative stuff. That negative is the energy that they feed on. And the trick is to stimulate your emotions. And by emotion, the emotions, energy put in motion, then you become angry. And the anger is a poison to your system. And then you become an apostate. And you just go out doing whatever you want to do, however you want to do it, regardless of how much pain it causes everybody else. Because it's not about nobody else but you. I, self, Lord, and Master. So tonight, it's the 27th. So of course I'm going to start by reading short build for the 27th from the calendar of revolutionary thoughts, you know. And just know that even though they got the, when they talk revolution, they got Nat Turner conspiring on the cover. When we speak about revolution, we speaking about revolving back to the origin. We speaking about revolving back to the origin of the creative force. Who was the first? What was the first way? What was the first wave of doing things? We taking it back to the original sun cycle like we are now. We're now in the first 6,000 year span of the new 24,000 year sun cycle, or 24,000 year cycles. But we're here. Oh, bad mamas. Let me invite the peoples. See what the people's doing. Hold up. Invite like Raul Bat Moisar. What up, God? Always a pleasure. Yeah, we about to get this psychic self-defense on today. Some more of that. I mean, we could talk. We got the bills. Brothers got any questions. I mean, I'll do my best to answer them. So, see what he's doing. I got my other computer fixed too. It's on. So, yeah, so uniformed men make unsafe leaders, from Drusilla Houston. Warrior scholars never, ever commit treason against our ancestors. Never, ever abandon our children to others' chaos. Never, ever give up your power to our enemies. Never, ever compromise truth. Never, ever be without a liberating vision, a vision of tradition. Warrior scholars, always be true to the spirit of our ancestors. Always be African. Affirm, I study us and our enemies. Like that, short but sweet. And Baba's word for the day is 27th, right? Ooh. Baba said, do something that you won't gain from. Baba said, do something that you won't gain from. See, like we be talking about how much we doing. I would say, do something that you're not going to gain nothing from. Rahul Bazimal. Yeah, what up, God? Yeah, we on the psychic self-defense part of the game. So everybody that y'all have any favorite prayers, supplications, chants, we're gonna chant at 9, of course. Yeah, this is one of those spiritual nights. So I'm not gonna read any prayers like to start off. I'm actually gonna read information to start it off, because throughout the evening we're going to get into mad prayers. So like I got like everything up here right now for the prayer tip. We're gonna go through the gold book, go through that. What's matter of fact, what's something I wanted to, because I just broke down the energy as far as the draconians, how they need us to be in a negative energy state in order for them to feed off of us. So that was amazing. But there's something else I read today in the tablets. So my man Nuwabian Facts. Now it's like every time I pick up the tablets now, every time I pick up anything written before 2002, I call it Nuwabian Facts. Yeah, Baba gave us some good affirmation, man. He was like, all right, it's in the beginning, excuse me. Yo, how y'all doing? What's going on with the brothers and sisters, whoever's out there? Human beings. All right, check this out. And this falls in line with you too. I saw you and what you and the brothers doing. This is beautiful. It goes right in line with this. Watch. So God said, He said, when things are being thoroughly investigated, the knowledge becomes complete. When things are being thoroughly investigated, the knowledge becomes complete. Their knowledge being complete has made their thoughts sincere. Investigation makes the knowledge complete. The knowledge being complete makes the thoughts sincere. Their hearts being rectified, and their self is then cultivated. With the self being cultivated, the families are then regulated. Their states were rightly governed, and the whole kingdom was made tranquil and happy. Oh, man. When things are being thoroughly investigated, the knowledge becomes complete. Why is that important? That's important because Baba said that we're a part of the learning process. He said that he put things out there. He tells us, don't believe it, go check it out. And we go out, we check it out, we add on to what he brought, and then we come back and complete the track. You know, that's the process. So he's telling us when we do that, like what y'all brothers is doing, 19 Kaim, when you do that, when things are being thoroughly investigated, the knowledge becomes complete. Now you complete the cipher. The knowledge being complete has made their thoughts sincere because it's penetrating your heart now because you investigated it yourself. Their hearts being rectified, their self is then cultivated. Now you're rectified, you clear, you stand on firm, no more doubt. With their self being cultivated, their families were regulated. Now you can solidify the family because there's no doubt in your heart and you speak from confidence, you speak on the square. They feel it, they see it, they respond to it. Their states were rightly governed. The whole kingdom was made tranquil and happy. The whole kingdom made tranquil and happy. So from investigating thoroughly, you put things in motion to complete the knowledge, which then make your thoughts sincere because you're not lying to yourself. You're not a believer. You're not just accepting blindly. You done did the steps to confirm what it is you say you bear witness to. Now being cultivated and wrecking your heart is now like, your heart is like, okay, I'm good. This is really it, right? Now the families are well regulated. Now you're ready because you're going to initiate and you're going to now propagate and exemplify this rectified or this confirmed knowledge that you're sincere about. You're going to now push that amongst the family. And then the states are rightly governed and the whole kingdom is made tranquil and happy. Yeah, that's what the investigation, that's what the don't believe me, check it out leads to. That's why when we was going through Papa Nano, this little 10-page Patsadak, it took us like 2 hours because we going back researching and we come back with more than what's there. It's the tip of the iceberg. You know, um, yeah. So some things I wanted to read that I didn't read. For very important. Take advantage of it. And I ain't got a lot of people here harassing me, right? Appreciate the brothers and sisters that come through. Whenever you stop through, I ain't got to be here when you stop through. I ain't got to be here. Mm-mm. And we ain't gonna be here all night. We ain't gonna do no. Ain't gonna do no 2 hour, 3 hour, 3 hour show. Yeah, God. So this is not weird, but this is a strange. This is a different type of book. We got a prayer here we're gonna use a little later too. Baba talk. This is the triumph. So this is Baba explaining the birth and comparing it to the biblical birth of Yahshua and explaining what's going on. Let me just read this. This is not even about Baba. This is about first baby born using 3-parent technique to treat infertility. This is the first baby born with using a particular 3-parent baby technique to treat infertility. The girl was born on January 5th in a fertility clinic in Kiev, Ukraine. With the help of this method, a 34-year-old woman who had suffered from infertility for more than 15 years gave birth to a healthy baby that's genetically her own, said a statement from the Nadia Clinic. The clinic's director, Valery Sukin, and his team used a mitochondrial transfer technique that creates embryos that carry the chromosomes of 2 parents, but the mitochondrial DNA of a donor. This technique has been approved in the UK as a way to bypass a baby inheriting harmful mitochondrial diseases, but Zukan's team used the method to treat embryo arrest, a condition in which the fertilized eggs stop growing after generating only a few cells. The idea is that there are factors within a cell that can help or hinder fertility, such as enzymes that help cells grow and divide. By placing a pronucleus from the mother, which contains her chromosomal DNA, plus that of the father, into the egg of a donor, the team may have found a way to get around whatever was causing the early arrest. Testing has revealed that the baby does indeed have DNA from both her parents and the donor egg, says the clinic. It's good news the child seems healthy and that the procedure in this case seems safe, at least until birth, says Bert Smeets, a fertility expert at Maastricht University in the Netherlands. This may be a treatment that can treat various infertility problems caused by issues within eggs cytoplasm. But it won't be the solution for all female fertility problems, he says. But there are questions over whether it's appropriate to use this technique, which carries unknown risk to treat infertility, says Smeets. The baby is the second born using a particular 3-parent baby technique. The firstborn is in Mexico last year, was made using this method to avoid it inheriting a serious hereditary disease called Leigh syndrome. While the UK was the first country to legally approve the use of this technique, it has not been tried in the UK yet. The Nadia Clinic is expecting a second baby in March. So this is going in on 3-parent birth. What are we talking about? We got some time. We got some time to talk about it. We're talking about Osiris, Isis, somebody else, right? And they gave birth to Haru. So how did the story go? Because we know that Asar couldn't do what it was they needed to copulate. So how was Haru procreated? Whatever that was, whatever storyline we come up with, just know something similar is gonna pop up. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. Just know something similar is gonna pop up dealing with Jesus of the Bible. A 3-parent birth is gonna pop up. And then another 3-parent birth is gonna pop up for somebody else. But I don't want to. So I just wanted to get in the concept about 3-parent births. So tonight we going in on the spiritual tonight, y'all. Okay. So I'm gonna post this on Sacred Space in Facebook because we're gonna do a lot of praise. Ooh. Resurrection during the shadow hours, mineral of the planet. Got a breakdown of the Ankh-Tui in here. Sun, the Ankh, present life, Anak-Tui, resurrection, Yorak, moon, Mijhar, gemstone, mineral, Miadan. Ooh. Let me tell y'all, I ate some good food today. So, got me on some real nigga right stuff. Ow, got me on some, ow. Got me on some real nigga stuff right now. What? As far as what? I'm good. But you can't put this music to go to sleep to on. Come get it. Turn this music off. That thing put me to sleep, man. All right, I'm gonna read some of it. I got the time. I'm gonna read some of it. I keep saying I'll read some of it. Triune, the real Trinity, right? I'm gonna read this prayer in the beginning. All right, my beloved Musbatu Sabians of Wusabat, pay close attention to these Bible quotes. Check it. The book of Hebrew, Prophet Hosea, 777-25 before Jesus of Matthews. So he recorded his book long before the birth of Jesus of the New Testament, who was born on April 17th, 6 BC, according to the Sajjal Act, records of the stars. And in this minor prophet of the Hebrew people of the Adamite Salal, Hosea 11:11. Yeah, I ain't reading none of it. Genesis 2:14. Okay, he says 1, the bird of Egypt, Horus. I guess I gotta read it. Okay, let me read it. Hosea. It says, people of the, it says, they shall tremble as a bird out of Egypt. That bird is a falcon of Horus. And as a dove, that dove bird is Yeshua, Jesus, out of the land of Assyria, Mesopotamia, to see the Adamites. And I will place them in their houses, says the Lord. So the bird of Jesus and the dove of Yeshua. Egypt, Makmak, is in Afafreka, Africa, and Assyria in the Middle East. And you read in the book of this Hebrew prophet of the Adamite bloodline, Hosea, when Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. So this Mubaru prophet, long before the birth of Jesus, Yeshua, Isa, or whichever attribute they use, stated by their Lord Yahweh, El of the Elohim, he called his son out of Egypt. Then long after this book, you will find that this statement was taken and used for Jesus in the New Testament, as you read in the book of the disciple Matthew, a gospel recorded from 58 to 68, after Jesus, his name was Levi, which later became Matthew. So it's said that the Christians, that this man recorded the gospel after the death of their Jesus. And in the disciple of the Hebrew of the more Adamite race, book Matthew 2:15, it was there Egypt until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord Yahweh by the prophet Hosea, saying of Egypt, have a Yahweh called my son. So he states that he wrote this to make the life of this Jesus to fulfill what the prophet Hosea has recorded. In his book, which of course, as a Hebrew, he would have read many times, so he included this. Hosea 11:1, in part, called past tense, my son out of Egypt. Matthew 2:15, and updated it to this, in part, out of Egypt I have called my son. I'm looking for a specific point. Hold on. Very important. Walk with me for me. They will argue that in the book of Hosea, it's speaking about the children of Israel coming out of Egypt. They should walk after the Lord. Hosea 11:10-11. They should walk after the Lord. He shall roar like a lion. When he shall roar, then the children shall tremble from the west. 11. They shall tremble as a bird out of Egypt, and as a dove out of the land of Assyria, and I will place them in their houses, said the Lord. Yet my son is a single in those both books. In Christian teachers, you see Jesus went to Egypt. In Jewish teachers, you see the Jacobites went to Egypt. All the souls that came from with Jacob into Egypt, which came out of his loins, besides Jacob's sons' wives, all the souls were 66. And the sons Joseph, which were born him in Egypt, were 2 souls. All the souls of the house of Jacob, which came into Egypt, were 70. It's clear that this new Christian sect of Adamites are plagiarizing their story from the Hebrews' story that they heard from the Egyptians about the Egyptians' holy triune family. Okay, we get into the point. Make note, Sabaeans, of the common fact or the place, Egypt, where they all went and studied. So yeah, I'm not that this is doing what it's supposed to do. I'm just trying to rush the point along to this issue over here. Is there a similar story to be found in Egypt? Yes, there is. The Jews of Mosesism learned the story while in Egypt, and Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians, and was mighty in the words and in deeds. In words and in deeds. So the Christians of Jesusism learned the story while in Egypt. The Muslims, Mohammedans, learned the story from the Jews and Christians, who both learned the story while in Egypt. And what is the story? A heavenly father, a virgin mother, a son of God. The father Asar, Osiris, the goddess virgin mother Arashtat, Isis, and the son of God, divine son Hara. The Sabaeans, the Jews, Jawau, Mudwau, says that the Elohim sent down a ruach, a soul, spirit from heaven to earth, or he came from above. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God hovering over the face of the waters. Yeah, so the triune birth is what I was getting to. And first thing I read was that they're actually doing these triune births right now. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for more examples. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hold up, hold up. Hold up. Okay. James Gregory, route back, 19. Kaim, route back. Israel, route back. Nefera, Bakare, route back. Appreciate you. I gotta get my other crowns fixed on inside. My square crowns. To it. Yeah, so Bob was going through that because he's establishing the fact that it was a thing that happened throughout time. And so I read the updated version. And why is this important? Why is it necessary? He doesn't go in detail and hear about it, but it's very necessary because we got like 11 minutes. Because of Baba's birth, he's explaining, he's giving us the references for the explanations of his birth. If we understand the 30 spirits in a genetic kiss, then we also understand that dealing with his birth, you had both the genetics of David Piper and the genetics of the Mahdi inside that he partake of. Right? Matter of fact, let me see something. Wait, where's that book at? I think he actually has the whole chart in here. Tell you so how real it is. Bobby don't he just put it out there and be like, man, y'all do with it what y'all will. But y'all won't be able to say y'all ain't see it. Yeah, y'all read this huh? Bridge of Salvation. Y'all gotta read this Bridge of Salvation, family. It's sheesh. It's phenomenal. Who that? Yeah, yo, they got a yo, we out here, we up here, man. Everybody get involved, devolve or dissolve. We got some projects we working on too. Everybody heard the conference call? What you thought about that? What you thought about the conference call, family? Yeah, I want to say something too about because I heard another audio for the peoples, and then I'm looking at people bigging it up and thank you hearing the Bible voice and that video, that audio is 10 years ago. I'm gonna say it again. The audio is 10 years old, man. Yeah, it's 10 years old. Yeah, that's a fact, Bakari. That's an instant favorite. I agree with you. It's straight to the point. That and this right here don't even stop. This joint right here, this joint open and goes straight through. It don't even stop. So okay, so this is why I brought up that reading. Boom. This is from Gospel of Holy Mother Mary. Well, let me, as Malachi, say this on that. Hold up. Okay, yeah. Somebody's asking him about his birth. He says, well, let me, as Malachi, say this. On that, most people get 1/3 from their mother, 1/3 from their father, and 1/3 of their own 23 chromosomes from their mother and 23 chromosomes from their father to make up their 46 chromosomes. When it comes to when it came to me, I'm more than normal in my conception. He says, when my mother ovulated, she was removed from her dwelling by night, taken on to a kabad. Kabad is the is literally when they running around talk about the virus and they're saying COVID in Hebrew, that word is kabad because the V was used to be a B, and when they turned to Yiddish from the original, the B's turned to V. So when they saying COVID, they literally saying spaceship, kabad. This is what, like we've been saying from the beginning. This is an invasion. You hear me constantly saying an invasion because it's an invasion, and one of the things that actually came through the conference call yesterday. One of the only things that came through. All the rest of it was same thing we've been hearing from years. But one of the updates, the sister said, Baba was like, yeah, right back, beloved. It's like, yeah, they're preparing you as animals because they're following the rules and orders of their overseers, the overlords, and they're preparing you. They're preparing you as animals, and that's why they're talking about herd immunity. See, because this is a farm. They're coming to harvest their breeding grounds, and now they herd immunity. They talking about where they like we got to get on it. We got to pay attention. So, yeah, man, I did a whole build on it. The Indian Ocean, the craft, the pyramid-shaped craft, the CERN project, the ceremony for the Shiva and all that. So let me run through this real fast. So Baba speaks. So I read about the three peoples in birth. So when my mother ovulated, she was removed from her dwelling by night, taken on to a kabad, a craft, and an operation was done. At the same hour, Al-Hadi, his father, was also abducted, taken on board that same craft from a smaller one, and an operation was done. The alien separated Hathath at the eggs needed and removed DNA of 2 and implanted it into my mother. She, being the mother of 2 of David P. York's children, had his DNA in her genes by carrying 2 of his children. And finally, the pure DNA of the alien YAANUWN, and I was born with all these DNA. I am the product of a 3-parent birth and have an extra DNA. I am a demi-deity. As long as YAANUWN dwells inside of me, he can depart, and physically I will still have part of him. Yet mentally he will be gone. Yet I will always have a conscious connection. Also, I was born as part alien for their own use. In my case, I was also to be a birth parent, that is used to birth many offsprings, half good while the other half not good, half a sha'u, females, the other half a yashu, males. I was to birth 100 offspring, and they are being monitored. Some are abducted and don't know it. You heard that? Some have implants as I do to keep watch over, and eggs extracted from them. Some are agender, others are heterosexual. This was all planned by the Kameu aliens for their own use. Those who they see are not what they need will be left alone with no Sakam powers at all. First, Mary exchanged bodily fluids DNA with David P. York. She has 2 children with him, and so David P. York become a part of Mary. Once a male ejaculates his semen and sperm metal into a female's womb, his 23 chromosomes becomes part of her 23 chromosomes to birth a new being with 46 chromosomes. Once she carries the fetus of both their DNA, he becomes a part of her for 9 years. Even after the birth of the Karad child, he remains a part of her DNA and Yakas genes up to 9 years. And again, David P. York and Mary exchanged body fluids, and the second time, Mary became pregnant, and she birthed the second child by him, a daughter. So more of David became a part of Mary's DNA, up to 9 more years. Even after the birth of a child, the male's genes, DNA, remains a part of the female. He exchanged body fluids with up to 9 years of fresh cell replacement still remains. They, David and Mary, eventually separated. 2 years after Mary as Fatima exchanged body fluids with another male, Al-Hadi, and the third time she became pregnant and carried this next fetus for 9 months on June 26, June 1925, Mary Fatima birthed a son, Malachi Kabina York, also named Isa Al-Hadi Amati, was born. So he has the DNA of his mother, Mary Fatima, who has the DNA of both David and Al-Hadi Amati by the exchange of both their body fluids with Mary Fatima's. So he has all 3 DNA passed them on to his 100 offspring, as well as passed on to each female that Malachi Isa impregnated. So each male with which a female exchanged body fluids becomes a part of her DNA for up to 9 years. This is why couples begin to act alike, and even think and look similar. And if a Zazatatu woman becomes pregnant by any of the Zazazu men, his DNA becomes a part of her own. All right, don't act like that. Hold on, give me one more page. A part of her own, and she can, within 6 to 9 years, pass his or their DNA onto her Karadu children, although conceived by another male. So if a woman have 2 sets of DNA inside her system, even when she's not with the last brother, because the DNA is in her system for up to 9 years, when she give birth to the next brother's child within a 9-year span, she can still have the X DNA can still be a part of the new child. It's all in the genetic markers arranged by the aliens. Gattaca. Right, mama? Is what's that? Adenine, thymine, guanine, cysteine. Each is made up of 3 parts, triad, trinity. 2 sides of the helix are 2 strains of nucleotides, a sugar group, and the other side is the phosphate group, and the rungs of a backbone of the molecular nitrogenous or nitrogenous bases, which are alternating pairs of either purines, adenines, and guanine, or pyrimidines, thymine and cytosine, each pair linked by hydrogen bonds. Okay, we going into the thing. It's time to do the chant. Come back, I can finish this. All right, family, we about to do this chant, and then come back. Anything, any questions, any bills? But we going into this is spiritual night. Yeah, we going into the Anybody have any favorite prayers, chants, supplications? Yeah, come on with it. And tomorrow we at we're gonna be on newpool.org. That's where we at. With Petty. Petty has a class on Tuesdays. That's where we're gonna be at. We gotta fix this. Hold up. There we go. There we go. Water. There's another Nupu site that I'm typing the thing so y'all could get your information on. I'm not gonna be stingy with the information. I'll make sure y'all know a lot of what I know. Look, Mama, yeah.
This is cold.
This is too. This is out of there. Bade, Kale, Namazoret, Ufa, Kor, America, Salmon, I'm gonna be tight. Ready? What you going to do? No, it looked like you was about to go somewhere. Okay, I don't have to college your work. Oh, go what?
That's that song.
So?
So,
Patakyo.
Anuki.
Ready? Okay. Anoki Jawefpa Ashokim Pa Paut Wu Kale Ashok Kawun Jawef Niya Anoki Kasamunim Pa Paut Wu Pa Paut Kawun Kasamunim Niya Anoki Wahu Ame Pa Paut Wu Pa Paut Kawun Wahu Ame Niya Nakokado Naju Ame Kasamunim Pa Paut Wu Kabo Ame Muskasun Nakok Kador Kawan Kale Pafef Nakok the Yoj Web Paut Ame Wase Ame the Yoni Kawun Lake Bakuj Web Paut Anuki Abebi Nafashni Paut Kawun Amuki Paut Kador Nakok Kador Paut Amun Nakok Amun Laehum Menenum Am Tumate Korehum, Am Tumate Korekum, Am Tumate Korenum, Am Tumate Jewefnia, Am Tumate Niyahu Anukihum, Yaye Ashukraye, Asmu Jayenum, Yaye Natoro Wafuknum, Anunate Mukradukum, Yaye Natoro Wafuknum, Afuknum, Yaye Natoro Num, Anum, Atum, Atum, Amun. Yayehu, Yayehu, Yaye Natoro, Yaye, Saye, Yaye Natoro. Yaye hika, yaye nathoro. I'm komate pa mufaku. Yaye yaye nathoro. I'm komate pa mufaku. Uwanunate mukradukum. Uwem komate muisonum. Yaye nathoro. Aro muklas nunatumraye. Yaye, Nastaru, Yaye Mutamu Wafuznum, Ankumane Yake Laduda Mustafunum, William Sarunum, Mane Yake Sawura Paba, Mane Yake Kawuna Kau, Mane Yake Athe Achak, Mane Yake Kawuna Bashawu the Mam, Yayin Atharu Afunun, Arom of Danun, Anhu Kawun Manzam Mane Pan Atharu, Aro Anhu Kawun Baba Yananan, Aro Anhu Kawun Atumraye, Aro Anhu Kawun Haror. Yaye Nataro Muslafunun, Afuznun Mane Pa Majwadu, Afuznun Mane Gahalan, Yaye Nataro Afuznun, Mane Sayor Gayora, Afuznia, Afuznia, Yaye Nataro Nun, Nakop Talop Tamoebi Pa Nataru, Mane Pa Lain Lawita Nanu, Kalera Namani Atela He Panatoru, Ukale Namazarani Atela He Kayani Yatu La He Panatoru. Banan
Mitzvah.
ready?
Yes.
Okay. Banan Mitzvah Kawun, Pasawabu Bataruk, Zika Wuna Nazula La He Amkun, Mane Masbatu Masa. Ame hadiyanun udamaun, mane muslafukum, unataru, arjulaye nafashukum, alfukshane kawunkum, pasawabu pataruk, bahadiyan upadama, anun tawemkum, lahe panandamal ushafe, anun tawemkum, Lahetim na soy nun anun tawem kun lahe ashukuma em kumate muslafulun anuna demokradukum anun talum nasarkuma and sonun kain taru and sonun muslafulun anuna te musbatu Anun, Atun, Amun. Anun até Kaleja West Power, Nataru no, Yaye Mustaru, Yaye Nataru. Yaye Atum Raye, Yaye Natar, Yaye Nun, Yaye Natar, Yaye Nun Tat, Yaye Natar Tat, Yaye Ha, Yaye Natar. Yaye hatat yaye natartat, yaye kak yaye natar, yaye kaktat yaye natartat, yaye amun yaye natar, yaye amun tat yaye natartat, yaye atum yaye natar, yaye shishash yaye natar, yaye tafaf natat yaye natartat, yaye sabab yaye natar, yaye natat yaye natartat, yaye yarashtat yaye natartat, yaye asar yaye natar, Yaye na babtat hatat yaye na tartat, yaye satak yaye na tar, yaye hara yaye na tar, yaye haptui yaye na tar, yaye anatat yaye na tartat, yaye aha haratui yaye na tar, yaye na fartum yaye na tar, yaye mantu yaye na tar, yaye bapti yaye na tar, yaye sakamtat yaye na tartat, yaye hatat haratat yaye na tartat, Yaye bai bish yaye natar, yaye pata yaye natar, yaye basas tat yaye natar tat, yaye em hatab yaye natar, yaye hu yaye natar, yaye matat yaye natar tat, yaye mahad yaye natar tat, yaye kafafra yaye natar, yaye maskanant yaye natar tat, yaye reik tat yaye natar tat, yaye kentament you yaye natar. Yaye hika yaye natartat, yaye natartat yaye natartat, yaye ma'at yaye natartat, yaye rarantat yaye natartat, yaye shayi yaye natartat, yaye sashat yaye natartat, yaye mafdad yaye natartat, yaye sabak yaye natar, yaye anab yaye natar, yaye atnum yaye natar, yaye khanash yaye natar, yaye patanun yaye natar, Yaye saye yaye natar, yaye hatat yaye natartat, yaye yamash yaye natar, yaye saraptui yaye natar, Yaye Atun Raye Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Jahutwi Yaye Nathar, Yaye Batawarat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Ha Yaye Nathar, Yaye Nahabka Yaye Nathar, Yaye Sakar Yaye Nathar, Yaye Ba'a Yaye Nathar, Yaye Akar Yaye Nathar, Yaye Imharata Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Upawatat Yaye Nathar, Yaye Sakat Hatabtat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Baratat Skartat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Sayetat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Karatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Asatanu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Bahatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Kanamtat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Manatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Kamam Yaye Nathar, Yaye Mahatwi Yaye Nathar, Yaye Kabasan Faf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Da'amatat Faf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Maritat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Nasat Yaye Nathar, Yaye Mjadatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Nakakbatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Sakatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Anatat Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Jadai Yaye Nathar, Yaye Tum Yaye Nathar, Yaye Wasu Yaye Nathar, Yaye Yasash Yaye Nathar, Yaye Anak Yaye Nathar, Yaye Afaf Nuid Yaye Nathar, Yaye Satad Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Sakatwi Yaye Nathar, Yaye Emma'ad Yaye Nathar, Yaye Emma Yaye Nathar, Yaye Em Nuid Yaye Nathar, Yaye Em Satatwi Yaye Nathar, Yaye Mugdaltad Yaye Nathartat, Yaye Rahash Shafaf Yaye Nathar, Yaye Maratwi Yaye Nathar, Yaye Amun Raye Yaye Nathar, Anunate Kaleja Wefaut. Should be the first thing that comes up when I'm looking for it. It never is. Be Paranan Impa Yababasar Wu Pabatal Matad Arashtad Wu Patauba Sanan Harar Amun. Spraying the triad, sign of the triad. Listen, I be in the zone, right? And I be slipping out of consciousness. Or I'm chanting and I slip and then I come back. So you hear me when you say I hear me slur words, that's me like I'm more into the I caught the beat and I'm not really on. I don't really have the words, but I'm in the beat and I'm like, and then I slip back and I catch like the next one. I'll be like, oh man, I go again, slipping it out because I'll be catching it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, utilize those. Let's going through the thoughts. Matter of fact, we can start right there. What's up, God? You want to ask some questions? Let me get a roll call before we go. Let's see who's here. Who the gods and goddesses on deck. Of course, the Pharaoh said the tap here. Right back to Pharaoh. Bacardi attack. Right back, God. 19 Cain. Right back. Asar. Right back. James Gregory. Right back. Israel. Right back. Yeah, that's my joint. Fedelucci. Out back, you got the Guapingtons, Silos, Congas. Out back, God. What's going on, Mugdal? Yeah. What you mean by this, beloved? What you mean by every time you get ready to ask the question, God, something always deters you from it. That's how I know that it's important for me to be on this channel. Express yourself, God. Yeah. Yeah, God. Now I gotta give me some congas myself. I'll get some congas. Do my 1-2 step. Yeah, I was looking at a Ghostface video earlier. And I seen See Allah in it from Shaolin. He was in the video and him and Shaheem. I was up top of See Allah. See Allah talked about he was giving his kids the doo-doo tats. Anybody that knows see Allah, you know the truth with that, so you know I'm not lying. I'm trying to put it. See Allah. We was in the we was on the island together. That's my see Allah crazy. See Allah gave me the phone. He was like, "Here, God, that's your phone from 3 o'clock to 6:30, 7 o'clock." I'm like, "Yeah, I got it. Is you gonna hold it down?" "Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it." Word. So, like I said, this is a spiritual night. So, round back, God. Yeah. Yo, so if anybody got whatever spiritual books, y'all got any prayer books, supplication books, affirmations, meditations, this is our spiritual tools for psychic self-defense. That's what we're going through tonight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm reading some prayers. I'm probably reading like 3 or 4. My favorite joints out of like 3 out of this. This is the of course the 9. It's not prayers. Like I said, I'm reading. This is a prayer situation. Supplications and prayers. Oh, I'm gonna read out of the Psalms, and I brought an oldie but goodie back. Yeah, I'm reading out of the Gold Book. I'm gonna read a couple of them out of the Gold Book. We're gonna read them in English, but I'm also gonna read out of, before we get to the Gold Book and the rest of them, I'm gonna read out of this part, my Garage book. Remember this? Y'all be playing. We're gonna go mess with Nuwabian Facts yesterday. I was like, oh, let me go back through. You want to know what to bring up to date? I'm gonna give you the sciences. See, that's what he think. We think we throwing the sciences away. No, we're not throwing the sciences away. We throwing the religion away. You got me? We're not throwing the sciences away. Don't listen to all the haters. Ignore the glow. The glow it's the green light. That's what that is. Ignore the glow. Wing. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I be trying to grow hair and stuff on my face so that I don't look too young. Don't let me cut this. Even if I keep this right here, and this is that you don't let me cut this. 20. Boom. Now 20 years off. You know what I'm saying? Don't let me start cutting my stuff. Word up. Oh, my wife had one. We're gonna start off with that. I posted it on that's the first one we're gonna start off with. I think it's in my garage, but I know it's in the group. Let me go right to the group. Sacred space. Y'all ain't joining sacred space. This is what we're doing it for. Honestly, you know, you go in the go in them groups and all that. Cause we need the help, bro. We need help in psychic self-defense to fight against energy vampires, to protect us. You dig what I'm saying? Let me see. Sacred Space Group. Here we go. Y'all ready? Here you go to first prayer. It's probably in the Gold Book too. It says, YAANUWN, O overseers, O guardians, and all your heavenly hosts, descend into me and around me and guide me in all that I do. Help me so that I may help all human beings. Let me think from your heads and not my own. Let me see from your eyes and not my own. Let me care from your hearts and not my own. I am to serve, not rule. YAANUWN, make me of the best of your servants For you are the light of all lights, the truth of all truths, the creator of all creators. Yeah, that's where we at with it. Yeah, yeah, that's where we at with it. We going there with it. Oh man, we set it off with a good one. That's right. You gotta protect yourself with tones, God. Visualization. Matter of fact, when we get that, we're gonna get that my garage that we did online, and we're gonna post that on the sacred space too. Remember we did the my garage online? Yeah, we're gonna upload that and we're gonna post it on sacred space also. So we was all doing our my garage, we was all dressed in our garb, but we was doing it through the computer, you know. Yeah, it's just one of those times, man. So I'm gonna read some of the stuff about this is one for water. This is one of the old joints we used to do for the my garage when we used to, before we go on the land, we used to go through the sprinkler, right? It says, the purest of all sources of this realm is water, and I stand beneath the holy spring to be sprinkled with this water before I enter the many paths that lead to the pyramid. May this pure holy water purify my body as I set out on a journey to purify my soul, where north, south, east, and west meet. At the point and transport my essence above, O purifiers, purify me with your sacred and most holy waters. So that's one of the joints. That's one of the joints that we used, you know, before we did the my garage at the sprinkler. You can use that for water, like, and when you just dealing with water, period, you know. And this one too here, before you go to the my garage, this is another one. Yeah, I'm just banging out, prayers and supplications of protection, singing songs of salvation. O most holy ones, I, as a child of the pure knowledge, enter on this journey of purification, body, spirit, and soul, and with each step brings me closer as time, moment to moment, home to the bosom of divine love. Yeah. Yeah, y'all record these, man. Get these in. Hold on. This is the after. I'm not doing all the pathways of the my garage. Nope. Think you slip. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna start off though. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, the first dance. Let's go to the first dance. At the end of my garage. And I will bound for being the one perfection of love, coordination, and love. He is the only one who unites us with all the energized souls. The first ones, Pa Natharu, Pa Mirzaku, yeah, the Etherians, those who form the circle of the master, the soul of guidance. We are one unit. We are in the truth. The truth is around us. It will help us. It loves us. It guides us. We are one with the ancients. Accept us. Accept us. The Most High. The Most High. Boom. And then you could even do this right here. Boom. You can innovate it, change it out, and then go right into the chant of Panathar. And it says, I have finished my sacred journey to the heart of all. I now call on you most ancient ones by your very best attributes. Hear me, hear me, hear me. By your holy attributes, hear me, your child. And then go right into the attributes of Panathar. Oh yeah. We need protection. We gotta call on them. And we got their number. We call them. Here we go. We got some prayers. Let's go. Here goes short supplications that pop up. Some supplications to be recited. This is when we did the Makuraj, you know. So here's some supplications. O Most High, I ask of you integrity and soundness in my way of life. Guide my family and protect my possessions of all others as well. O Most High, I'm going to say the Most High. Yah Nathar, right? We're going to Yah Nathar. Yah Nathar. Cover my shame, pacify my fears, guard me from what is in front of me and behind me, and from what is on my right and on my left, over my head and under my feet, and of all others as well. Yah Natharu, grant health to my body. Yah Natharu, grant health to my hearing. Yah Natharu, grant health to my sight. Yah Natharu, grant me good health of all others as well. A lot of these is inside of the gold book. We're going to go in there for specific joints of protection. Yah Natharu, you are my sustainer. You are my parent. I am your child. I try to keep my covenant with you and to live in the hope of your promise as well as I can. I seek refuge in you from my own disagreeable deeds. I acknowledge your favors to me, and I acknowledge my disagreeable acts. Forgive me my disagreeableness, for there is none and no one in no place I'd rather be than with you. Yah Natharu. I seek refuge in you from worry and sorrow. I seek refuge in you from impotence and sloth, from stinginess and cowardice. And I seek refuge in you from the burden of debt and from the rage of the mortals, the Enoshites, the forgetful ones. Yah Natharu. Make the beginning of this day good, the middle prosperous, and the end successful. I ask you to grant me the good of this world and of the one to come. O merciful of all those who show mercy. YAANUWN Kaleja Wef Paul. Yah Natharu. I ask of you to be pleased with what you decree, a return to good life and after death. And I earnestly seek to gaze upon your glorious countenance and to be in your presence again. I seek refuge in you from the oppressions of others or being oppressed, from doing wrong or suffering wrong, and from committing an error or a disagreeable act which you will not forgive. Yah Natharu, I seek refuge in you from the feebleness of old age. Yah Natharu, I seek guide me to the best of deeds and the best of morals, as none can guide to the best except you, and save me from disagreeable deeds, as none can save me from what is disagreeable except you. For brothers and sisters that wasn't here in the beginning, one of the reasons why we're doing, first of all, because we need the psychic self-defense, we need tools, spiritual tools to defend ourselves, because the witches, the warlocks, the Celtics, the Satanists, the black devils, the ghouls, they all sending darts at us. Spiritual darts, psychic darts, emotional darts, economic darts. They trying to shut it down, right? We playing with it. We talk it, but we don't think it's real. When they live in it, they doing all kinds of sacrifices and rituals every day, okay? So the second reason is because we want to emphasize, because we have so much information. Like we talk about the bookstore and the generation of books and all that other stuff. But honestly, outside of the Pamitzrak, the compilation of all the Patriarchs, I ain't worried about no book, nigga. We got so much books to go through, bro, that we ain't even internalized. I'm not even never studying that. Okay? My point is that the master set the tone and laid the foundation for us to be spiritual masters. He's a spiritual master. And he set up orders and disciplines and rituals throughout the years for us to become spiritual masters. And so we need to let people know that he is, like, think master, like, because, niggas think slaves, they think the cracker. So when we say master, oh my God, they call him master. Again, nigga, we Jedi Knights. We master in that sense. Like Master Yoda, like martial artists. Yes, yes, sensei. Yes, master. That's what we in. But in the spiritual war, that's what so he's the master of the masters. So he's a spiritual master, and he's gave us spiritual tools. So these are the spiritual tools that I'm reading tonight. Some of the spiritual tools that we need to apply to our life. So if y'all got them, y'all dig them out. Y'all can take them from here. And y'all remember that, though. Remember that God is not just talking about information. He's giving us the rituals to transcend this physical prison, this circulatory and respiratory system that magnetically is holding the soul hostage. I don't like speaking like that because that means I'm tapping in. I start talking like that. They open the floodgates on me and I tap in. Okay. Word up. So yeah, man. Yeah, we got absolutely some of the affirmations in this book. This is the Maharaj, and some of them is inside the Sons of the Green Light. Absolutely. Yay Natharu. Guide me to the best of deeds and the best of morals, as none can guide to the best except you, and save me from disagreeable deeds, as none can save me from what is disagreeable except you. Yay Natharu. Strengthen my faith. Strengthen my faith. Expand my living space and bless me in my livelihood. Yay Natharu. I seek refuge in you from negligence, degradation, and destitution. I seek refuge in you from unfaithfulness, wickedness, vanity, racism, and hate. And I seek refuge in you from blindness, deafness, and diseases of the body and mind. I know not there, Kaleja Wef Paud. Yay Natharu. Give my soul piety and my conscience purity. You are the master of my soul and the guardian of my conscience. This is real. This is what we are about at the core, y'all. This is, remember, the wicked draconians, you can't be on their menu unless you're generating this negative energy. See, the meditation, the breathing, the affirmations, this recalibrate your energy to a more positive frequency, and they don't consume positive energy. They consume negative energy, like the Mukasu, like the Pleiadians, which is why the Mukasu is trying to convert us into their energy frequency so that we'll be on the menu to replace them. So originally they only wanted white meat. Now they taking some dark meat on the menu. So we trying to get off the plate. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Yay Natharu. I seek refuge in you from tricknology and from knowledge that feeds the ego and from information that makes me proud, which is not from you, and from prayer and supplications, which are not acceptable. I know that there, Kaleja Wef Paud. Yay Natharu. I seek refuge in you from the disagreeable of what I did and from the disagreeable of what I did not do, from the disagreeable which I knew, and from the disagreeable which I did not know. I knew not there, Kaleja Wef Paud. Yay Natharu. I seek refuge in you from a decline in your favor, from a change in your protection, from your anger and your displeasure. Another thing I wanted to say, y'all, if everybody can record themselves, right, chanting, I ain't gonna lie, I'm telling you, if everybody could record themselves chanting, right, I mean, as many of us as possible, this is what I want to do. I want to set up like a 24-hour chant. If everybody can record themselves chanting, everybody, don't worry about how you sound and none of that. The idea is to create a positive charge and a positive flow of energy, and we'll post it the live on the Sacred Space, on the page, on the YouTube, and it'll literally just be running 24 hours, 365 to counteract all the negative energy. Straight, like that's where we be at. See, I'm just giving y'all some of the vision, and please steal it if y'all want to steal it. It's cool. Because as many places that we can, generate this positive energy. Because when you think about the ghost forces, the six ether forces, they feed off of the negative, they feed off of death. So when you look at the cemeteries are like power reactors for those disagreeable beings, so they could constantly have a place to repower off of the death force. Outside of just the mentally dead necros that's walking around and the mukasus, but they also now have these feeding grounds, So we got to generate the energy to counteract this, okay? Yeah, in the thought, I seek refuge in you. Oh, I did that? Yeah, I'm on this side. Yeah, in the thought, I seek refuge in you from the greed and from committing formidable, forbidden acts, from vile actions and desires and drugs. I seek refuge in you from overpowering debt, from the rage of people, and from the ridicule of enemies. Yahya Natharu, strengthen my rights, which is my fortress. Make this world a better place of sojourn for me, and grant me a good life in the one to come, which will be my abode. Make my life increase in all goodness, and my death a rest from all disagreeable. Yahya Natharu, support me and help me, and do not let others overpower me. Guide me and make the following of this guidance easy for me. Yahya Natharu, make me grateful to you, mindful of you, full of fear towards you, devoted to obedience of you, humble before you, earnest in supplications. My sustainer, accept my repentance, wash away my disagreeable acts, answer my supplication, establish my veracity, guide my heart, make my tongue truthful, and remove all ill feelings from my heart. Yahya Natharu, I ask for a resolute mind and firmness in following the guidance. I ask you to make me thankful for your favor, to be a good service to you, and to grant me a sound heart and a truthful tongue. I ask you to grant me what you know to be good, and to give me refuge from what is disagreeable, and to forgive me, and you are the knower. I know that they're Kalejo F. Paut. Oh man, we going. I'm reading on. Yahya Natharu, inspire me with good conduct and save me from the disagreeableness of my selfishness. Yahya Natharu, I ask you to guide me to the doing of good deeds and abstaining from bad deeds, and to show love for those who are in need, and to forgive me and show mercy to me. And if I desire to cause disturbance amongst your servants, let me come before you and right my wrong. I know that there, Kaleja Wef Paut. Yahya Natharu, I ask you for the best in this concern of mine, for the best of my supplications, for the best success and the best reward. Strengthen me, make heavier my balance of good. Confirm my fate, elevate my rank, accept my prayer, and forgive my mistakes. I ask you for good beginnings, good endings, the totality of goodness, from the first to the last, from within and from without. This is one of my favorite prayers. That's one of my favorites right there. Let me get my highlighter. This is one of my favorites. That's from in the Gold Book. That's my joint right there. Ooh, y'all heard that. Sheesh. Yeah, we got to get into this, y'all. Yahya Natharu, O controller of the hearts, keep my heart firm in your way of life. Wu Sabat, keep it contented with your prayer. Yahya Natharu, grant us increase and decrease, honor and not dishonor. Give us your favors and do not deprive us. Let us dominate and not be dominated. Yahya Natharu, grant us the best of outcomes in all of our affairs, and save us from the disgrace in this world and entrance into the one to come. Don't worry about it. 2 more pages, y'all. Yahya Natharu, I ask for health, for integrity, for good character, and that I may be pleased with my portion. Yahya Natharu, you hear my words. You behold my situations. You know what is open and what is hidden within me. Nothing is hidden from you. I am a lowly one in need, a humble seeker of your forgiveness. I beseech you with humility in my heart, with trembling and fear. In prostration and utter helplessness, Yahweh Natharu, grant me soundness of faith, goodness of character, forgiveness of my disagreeable acts, and your eternal pleasure in the one to come. Anunate Kale Jawef Paut, may Panatharu's blessings be upon all the prophets, the messengers, the guides, and the saviors amongst the children of Wusabat. Yaye Natharu. So this is a guide for entering meditation. To my mental and physical efforts, I add the potential of my spiritual self. Its qualities permeate affairs, its powers flow through my entire being. So that was a lot. Yeah, that was a lot. Let me go to the basics over here. I'm gonna read like 3 of these, and then I'm going to the gold book, and I'm really gonna focus on protection and one of the prayers to ward off evil spirits, because being that a lot of these misguided brothers and sisters is running around with the voodoo and the Yoruba and the Santeria and the Celtic and the Wiccanism and the Satanism. We gotta have, you know what it is. We gotta have that down pat. So I'm putting it out there, and we got to use it. Yeah. It says from Mama. Where's that prayer from on Sacred Space? You know what? We probably gonna run across it in the Gold Book, Bacardi. I think it is. That's Baba used to use that a lot. I know it's in a tablet somewhere too. Whoa. The prayer. Sabians, let us pray. Our ancestors who are inside of our own genes hear us when we pray. Forgive us for neglecting you all and forgetting to call you all when we needed help and ignoring you all most of our lives. We seek you all's forgiveness. We turn towards you all for protection and guidance. So please protect and guide us during these days and times. Protect our tribe and family of Nuwapians. We implore you all, praying from our hearts, and we thank you all for sitting down and incarnating YAANUWN, the master teacher and warner for us inside the person born amongst us. We turn towards you all with praises. Atum Reye, Atun Reye, Amun Reye. Truth is truth. I did the ones with children yesterday. There's another one called The One Who is Scribed, because it's about the master. Anunate Kale Jawef Paut Pa Musat. The one who is scribed. I, the master YAANUWN, had inscribed many books through Malachi, Zikobina, Yorko, Quran. I inscribed by way of his mind, his hand. I inspired him, putting my words in his golden pen for you all. So read, read, and read, because we sent down it and we sent him towards you all, one of you all. Do not reject him. Do not deny it. This is you all's final chance. Okay? Slave mental, no. Come on. Yeah, we gotta get our thing together, family. And we all, each one teach one. We all gotta help each other get it together. Prayer of thankfulness. My ancestors, protect me from the bad females, bad males, my own self and weaknesses. Because I am weak while living inside this flesh, this body, this skin suit, weak for temptations. I'm tired of crying, tired of people dying, tired of depression and sadness of this world by way of the Adamites and their creator and breeders. Hear me, O my ancestors, protect me from them and their malevolent ways. O my ancestors, I try to be benevolent of the ones who are trustful, the loyal ones as a Nuwapian. O providers, I am grateful for Baba YAANUWN, my own warner, reformer, and savior during my own lifetime. I am thankful for the truth, the actual facts, and the way. My ancestors, I plead to you by way of prayer 3 times each day, morning, noon, and night, 9, 3, and 9. Psalms 55, 16 through 17. Please welcome me. Glory to you, and gratitude is to you. Forgive me. Psalms 55 to 17, 16 through 17. As for me, I will call to the overseers, and the master will save me. Evening and morning, and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he will hear my voice. So the question is morning, noon, and night. When he talk about morning, noon, and night, does he mean a 9, 3, and 9? Because there's a big debate about whether this is talking about prayer or just the chant. And just a question to throw out there. Spread and replace, and then we go into the gold book. Nuwapians, each of you must seek the way, your own way, the path towards Wu Nuwap, you all's own culture and way of life. Nuwapians, each of you all must spread Wu Nuwap. Nuwapians, each of you all must find the divine inside of your own selves. Nuwapians, you all are the replacements with the truth and the facts. Nuwapians, you all can clear away the fictions, the fables, the legends, and the religious lies with the actual facts. Wu Nuwap. Nuwapians, only you all can make a difference with the world's people. Remember, Nuwapians, you all are the helpers of the overseers, the cure for the sick world. Remember, we the cure, y'all. We the ones. So let me see. Yeah, I just read that one. Alien with Us. I love it. It's one of my favorites too. So we're going to the gold book now, y'all. We going to see the Kings. So tomorrow we're going to be on tomorrow either go to we going to Petsy, all right, nupu.org. He has a class tomorrow. But if you drift from the class and you going someplace else, then go to Dr. G's over there on the Reawakening. She usually has somebody over there. She interviewed me, Dr. G. She's good people. I'm gonna interview her on the page soon. So I keep saying we got some interviews going on, but I'm telling you, we be getting busy during the day. So I got my computer now, but my wife's camera is better. So I'm on her computer for the joint, right? Her camera's better. Mine's is faster now, but hers is better. Excuse me. All right, where we at? Some of the old book, PDF. All right, Nag Hammadi Library, Book of Anubis. I'm actually going to read the Book of Anubis in a couple of days because of the so many family members, some more people have passed away. God for the Perplexed, Nuwapian Canon, Gold Book. Okay, he's over here fronting. He's just fronting. He's just fronting. He's got all that information over there. He's fronting. Watch them. Okay. All right, we about to go, y'all. YAANUWN at Kaleja Wef Pau. Let's see. You know what? I'm looking for prayers and protection. Supplication 1. Let's see what's supplication 1. Nope. I'm telling you, we're going for all the prayers and protection. See, that's too big. I can't really pause, bro. Okay. Glory be to our sustainers. I'll do that one. This is supplication 3. Glory be to our sustainers. Glory be to the guardians, sustainers, possessors of majesty. Glory be to my heavenly parents. Glory be to you, O heavenly ones. No mortals would exist as deities if you didn't appoint and conceive us. Let me bring it over here. Bad thing. All right. Oh, and this drive started coming out. Prayer of light, or Neads. Well, that's cool too because we have the 9 book. So before reading the 9 book, we could read this Aeneid prayer. Anunate Kalejo F. Paut, Supplication 5. Yea, Aeneid, you are the source of facts. There is no guidance except from you. All is in the all. That's the supplication right there. Supplication 6. Salutations. This is a good one. May salutations and peace be with you, O guardians, my noble ones, O my beloved ones. May salutations and peace come from you, Aeneads, O my noble ones. May salutations and peace come from you all, O lords, my noble ones, O masters of my destiny. May 1,000 salutations and 1,000 peaceful greetings be with you all. I, as your descendant, am grateful for your provisions, and I am very pleased with you as my companions, O best of the best ones. Yeah. This one I'm looking at, I like the beginning. It's super long. That one day we're going to just do this. This is like 30 pages. Gratitude. Yep. I like this. This is a prayer for our family gathering. This is supplication 8. Anunate Kaleja Wef Pawut. The gratitude. I'm sorry. You know what? This one. You see me? Okay. I can still see me, right? We good? All right, cool. The gratitude. All of us who are born in this, who wish to journey from the physical into the spiritual and favor, must learn the principles of oneness. I am willing to concentrate in the all as of the all for my eventual joining with you, Yaye Nataru, O guardians. It is for you who tremble in admiration and loyalty at the mention of you. It is for us who tremble in admiration and loyalty at the mention of you. We send constant salutations to each of you and send peace on those who you chose to incarnate into physical form and walk the earth amongst us with your messages and your guidance. And I seek to be amongst those who will carry the message of right knowledge, right wisdom, and right overstanding, Wunuwap, Wusabat, to remove your children, O guardians, from the blinding light into the eternal darkness in which you as creators existed before you said, let there be light. By your mercy, O most merciful of those who are merciful, I surrender to your commands. Anun, Atun, Amun. Anunate Kaleja Wef Pawut. That was for family gatherings. That was cool. Openers. Boom, boom, boom. All right, this prayer here. This is supplication 10. This is for bad thoughts. Opener, yay. Oh, opener, yay, the thought, oh guardians. Yay. No deities would exist as deities if you didn't create or appoint them. Glory to you. Surely I was of those blinded by the light of religious mythology. And you, O exalted guardian, sent to us Nathar, Amun Babrea Kakputa, Parare Aha Atum Reye, with Nuwapu, Wusabat, to break the spell of ignorance. So I send salutations on your messenger, Atum Reye, Baba YAANUWN, who has incarnated amongst us as us, that we may make the journey to you, O ancient ones, and relink with our spiritual parents. Ease. That said, when you repent from bad thoughts, this one here is a master of forgiveness. I like this one too. So this is all about giving y'all this. Let's see, because it's all right. We got like a little time. It's almost 10 o'clock on a Monday, but this will be here for y'all. Y'all ain't got to feel no kind of way. Y'all can bring out. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm. This is a service to the people. You know, we sacrifice, put the energy out there. So this is supplication 11, the master of forgiveness. O guardians of all in the Bab, all the Aniads, all of the Afartu or Parare Ahau, the pharaohs and the Agdoads and the human, you are my sustainers. Nothing would exist if you did not create it. You created me and I am your child. And I live by your commandments and keep your covenant whenever I can. I seek refuge in you from the disagreeableness I have done and do. My hope is that when my time comes, I will return to you with your grace upon me, and I control all of my disagreeable acts before that time comes. So forgive all my disagreeable acts, because you are the only one who forgives disagreeable acts. I know that there, Kaleja with Power, pray in the pure black light. All right, let me find some prayers for protection, y'all. Prayers to say every day and prayers for protection. And then I'm going to close out with the Psalms of YAANUWN. There's a big prayer in there, beautiful. I'm just not reading it tonight, which is the prayer of the black light. That's a beautiful prayer. Wow. We're singing songs of salvation. Case 16, or heavenly ones. I like this one too. This is nice. All right, y'all ready? Okay, let's go. This is O Heavenly Ones, supplication 16. Boom. O guardians, blossom upon your children and your devotees, and keep me from the disagreeable ones. O most merciful of those who are merciful. O loving, O possessor of the glorious throne, O guardians who do whatever they want, I ask you with all your might, which never decays, with your control, which can't be defeated, and with your black light, which filled all things seen and unseen. Protect me from my weak self. I begin all things of a child of the guardians, the yields of the most merciful on my right. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yields is the most merciful on my left. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yield is the most merciful between my hands. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yields is the most merciful behind me. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yield is the most merciful above me. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yield is the most merciful on all my sides. I begin all things as a child of the guardians, the yield is the most merciful on the forepart of my head. Boom. That was 16. This is 17. I seek refuge in the Most High. And then we're going to go right into 18, which is the, I got to pay close attention to 18, because 18 is the protection against the red eye, or the evil eye. Supplication 18, we're going to read that next too. That's literally a protection where you actually have to fill in the blanks with whoever it is that's casting disagreeable energy in your direction. You know, we would just say whoever, you know, whoever's doing the disagreeable acts. That's how I'm gonna say as I do it. But this is 17. I seek refuge in the Most High. O guardians, I seek refuge in your might and supremacy, and in your might and power, and in your might and authority, and in your might the majestic, and in your might from the evil of what is all around me and from the evil of everything. Surely you as my sustainers and masters keep me on a narrow path. I have no ability, no power except by you, supreme shelters of every fugitive soul and refuge for everyone who fears. I have no ability, no power except what you give me, O supreme ones. I protect myself with your powers, my way of life, my family, my wealth, and I am thankful for all of the graces of you, O creators and masters. YAANUWN at their college OF power. Let me see. Anybody here? Who's still here with me? Okay. Hold up. Before I go to the next one, I see we got some I'm going to record it also with drums and tones like Baba told us. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, Rahul back, Moisar. What's going on, man? Aha, Rahul back. You putting our business in the street, Bakari. Something strange that I've seen in palmistry is that not everyone that uses the okay hand sign to develop the eye of Horus ring of Solomon actually get the eye of Horus chosen only maybe. Anyone following Egyptian beliefs should hold an eye of Horus ring of Solomon in high regard. Okay, beloved. I send the Lord's angels to wage spiritual warfare offensively against all demons and their worshippers by the mightiest name of the true God, Yahweh. Master, I pray, Amen. Okay, brother Hussein. Appreciate the contribution. You remind me of Eddie Murphy. Well, what does that mean, beloved? We went from the high science of Solomon and his signet Egyptian ring to now I'm doing raw and delirious. Please post all the prayers on the sacred space if it hasn't been done already. Nah, none of them ain't been posted on sacred space yet. Just the chants. The chant is on sacred space. Yeah, none of them is on sacred space yet. Just that one that's what I'm doing. I'm doing these prayers and putting these out there. What you talking about, Bakari? All right, this 18 right here. Hold up. And then I'm gonna do after 18, I'm gonna do a bunch of the prayers to say every day, supplications to say every day, supplications to say in the morning, and the protection supplications. And then I'm gonna do like 2 or 3 out of the joint. So this is supplication 18 out of the Gold Book. I seek refuge. Can you see the computer? In the Guardians, okay? O Guardians, I seek refuge in your might and supremacy, and in your might and power, and in your might and authority, and in your might, the majestic. And let's read this one right. 17. No, this 18. In your might and authority, and in your might, the majestic, and in your might from the evil of what is all around me, and from the evil of everything. Surely you as my sustainers and masters keep me on a narrow path. I have no ability, no power except by you, supreme shelters of every fugitive soul and refuge for everyone who fears. I have no ability, no power except what you give me, O supreme ones. Check it. This will change. It's the same exact prayer as the 17, but then it changes right here. It starts to shift. I protect myself with your powers, my way of life, my family, my wealth, and I am thankful for all of your graces, the graces of you, O creators and masters. Hold not your peace, O guardians of my praise, for the mouth of the wicked ones. This is a space. It's a blank. The mouth of the wicked, ... So in that space, you put who's trying to violate you, right? So I'm literally going to generalize it. The mouth of the wicked ones that are shooting negative energy at me. I'm generalizing it. And the mouth of the deceitful are open against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They, the ones shooting negative energy at me, surrounded me also with words of hatred and fought against me without a cause. For my love, they, the ones hating and shooting negative energy at me, are my adversaries. But I give myself to prayer and they, the ones hating, shooting negative energy at me, have placed disagreeable for agreeable and hatred for love. Appoint a wicked male over those shooting disagreeable energy at me, and let Satan, the evil one, stand at his, the one shooting disagreeable energy at me, right hand. When he, the haters that shoot disagreeable energy, will be judged, let it come forth out wicked, and let his, the people that shooting disagreeable energy at me, hatred and disagreeable energy, prayer go wrong. Let his, the people shooting disagreeable energy at me, they be few, and let another take his, whoever shooting disagreeable and negative energy at me, charged. Let his or her, whoever shooting disagreeable and negative energy at me, children always be fugitives and constantly be asking. Let them seek their bread also out of their places laid to waste. Let the lender be ensnared, and let the stranger spoil whoever seek shooting negative and hatred energy at me labor. Let there be none that draws kindness to him, whomever is shooting negative and disagreeable energy at me. Let's say it says shooting negative and hatred and negative energy at me. Nor let them be any to have mercy on his, whoever shooting hatred and negative energy at me, fatherless children. Let his, whoever shooting negative hatred and negative energy at me, posterity be cut off, and in the generation following, let their name be wiped out. Let the iniquity of whoever shooting hatred and negative energy at me, fathers, be remembered with Panatharu, and let the going wrongs of his mother not be wiped out. Let them be before the Natharu completely, that he may cut off the remembrance of them from the planet Earth. But he did not remember to do kindness, but follow after the poor and needy humans, that he might even let the disheartened ones die. As he loved cursing, so let it come to him. As he did not delight in blessings, so let it be far from him. He clothed himself with cursing as with his clothed garment, so let it come into him like water, like oil in his bones. Let it be to him as the garment which covers him, and for a girdle which he is girded completely. Let this be the doings of my adversaries from Panatharu, and of those that speaks disagreeableness against my spirit. But do for me, Yahweh Natharu, the Lord, for your name's sake, because your kindness is agreeable, deliver me, for I am poor and needy, and my heart has become defiled within me. I walk like the shadow of protection when it stretches itself out. I am shook off as the locust. My knees have stumbled through fasting, and my flesh skin denies fatness. I also become a reproach to them when they see me. They shake their heads. Help me, Yahweh Natharu. Oh, save me according to your kindness, your kindness, that they may know that this is your hand, that you, Panatharu, has done it. Let them curse, but bless you when they arise. Let them be ashamed, but let your child give a glad declaration. Let my adversaries be clothed with disgrace, and let them cover themselves with their own shame as with a robe. I will exceedingly praise Natharu with my mouth. Yes, I will praise them amongst the multitude, for they will stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from those that judge his spirit. This is said to ward off evil and to block the evil eye and to remove curses. The blank spaces, you add the name or names of your adversaries. Spiritual tools for psychic self-defense. It's not a game, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So, supplication for the morning. Let's go. This is supplication 21. Oh, my guardians, I offer you all the thoughts, words, and actions of today for the honor of thy holy names. O Matat of the guardians, ask thy son, that divine son, Amun, that I may not offend him this day And oh heavenly parents, I firmly accept the sacred truths which YAANUWN, Wusabat teaches. Excuse me. Because thou hast revealed them, and I do accept your words, for you can never deceive nor be deceived. O my guardians, relying on your infinite goodness, power, and promises, I hope to obtain the pardon of my sins, the assistance of thy grace, and life everlasting through merits of my obedience. O guardians, I love thee above all things with my whole heart and soul, purely because you are infinitely perfect and deserving of all love. I love also my neighbors as myself for the love of you. I love also my neighbors as myself for the love of you. This is the wave, y'all. I forgive all who have injured me, and I ask pardon of all whom I have injured. O my guardians, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee, and I detest all of my sins because they incur your just punishment, but most of all because they offend you, O heavenly ones who are all good and deserving of all my love. I firmly resolve with the help of thy grace to confess my sins, to repent, and to amend my life. Atun reye, amun reye. You see, case 22. This is fire too, yo. This is supplication 22. O guardians, fill my being with your love and purify my being. Make me feel your presence in and around me at all times. Make me complete. I want to be in your peace. I need nothing but you. Help me to help others as the master teacher, Baba YAANUWN, has helped me. I want to be one of your helpful and humble Sabians. Very excellent prayer right there. Supplication 23. I'm doing 23. I'm looking for the protection prayer. We'll come back and do the ones we didn't do. 23 is long too. It's a good one. It's long. That's another one. Well, you know what? This one, this is a supplication that you say when you if you're going to interact with somebody that was amongst the tribe and went astray, and or anybody that's wished harm and disagreeable energy onto the master Baba YAANUWN. You say this prayer, this supplication. Supplication 24. O heavenly ones, I am asking that you accept from me the gratitude that I give to you, for you are the possessor of glory and honor. O heavenly ones, please bless me and my family and help me send salutation upon our noble one, Amun Babraya Kakpata, Baba YAANUWN, whom you sent to us to lift the spell and guide us to Wusabat YAANUWN. And I ask you to please make me a stronger person in Wusabat, and make my feet firm on the side of Amun Babraya Kakpata. Yeah, Baba YAANUWN. Always to help him guide your children to you. Make my heart firm in what you gave him to teach us. Make me not surrender to disagreeable forces within me that make me think and do disagreeable things to him. I ask you to forgive the disagreeable acts that I know I did and what I don't know I did. Make me repent and make me enter under your mercy, because you are the most merciful of those who have mercy. Please accept from me my prayers and don't send me away from your door, and don't let me go far away from you, and help me to not be one of your hateful ones, but please make me one of those who are honored by your special lovers and your close ones. Make me enter into a truthful entrance and let me out through a truthful exit. Oh, this is a classic for the Ansars. We got that on here. Prayer of the Ansars, Prayer of the Aiders, Supplication 25. Let's go. O heavenly ones, who are our sustainers, we do accept the duty you have laid upon us. He isolated to an individual. He says, I do accept the duty you have lain on me to clean up the filth made by the non-submitting fools. O my sustainer, I beseech you to keep your hand over me, to control the strings of the courses of my life, my sustainer. And if I do wrong, please shower your divine blessings and forgiveness on me, for you are the only one that can raise me as a true follower of YAANUWN Kakpata, Baba YAANUWN, and in your name, I will always carry on. Okay, prayers of the Aiders. Prayers that the Aiders of the Most High recite after prayer. That's the supplication 28. All gratitude is due to you, O Heavenly One, Atum Reye, who came in the flesh of YAANUWN Kakpata, Baba YAANUWN, who guided me to the peaceful way of life, Wunuwap, Wusabat. And I am grateful, O Heavenly One, who also helped me in so many ways, and who guided me to the path by way of all the scrolls which you have used to break the spell over me. May the Most High upon the Thar always guard you, and I ask the Most High upon the Thar and exalted to give YAANUWN Kakpata, Tumreye, Baba YAANUWN success in his mission, and all gratitude is due to the guardians who helped me to find the path by way of our community, namely Tamure, and his way of life, Wunuwap, Usabat. And I ask the Most High and exalted that he make me of his loyal children. This is said after speaking about the master teacher, Baba YAANUWN. All right, I'm going to just do the protection joints now. I did a lot of prayers, I know. Yeah, we got to get this in, though, God. There's another one that's fire. I'm going to come back to that. I ain't do that. All right, we're going to do two more out of here, and then we're going to we'll do that one. And then right after that is another one. Supplication to say every day, and the protection. This is, let me go back to the protection. All right, this is protection. Supplication 33. It's fast. Visit this dwelling, O guardians. I beseech you to drive far from it all snares of the enemy. May your holy Nibu abide therein and guard me in peace. And may thy blessings be with me always through Atum Reye, Amun Reye. I give you thanks and mighty guardians, for all your benefits who live and reign worlds without end. Atum Reye, Atun Reye, Amun Reye. Anunate Kale Jawef Baud. The next supplication is the last supplication we're reading right now, supplication 36. And then I'm going to read a couple of joints out of the Psalms. Anybody any questions, any bills, and we could go over that. Out of here, beloved. Okay, supplication 36. Supplication to say every day. Yahye Natharu. I seek refuge in you from anxiety and grief. And I seek your refuge from lack of strength and laziness. And I seek your refuge from being overpowered by debt and the oppression of mortals. We need this, right? O heavenly ones, O guardians of your Nibu, Nabab, suffice me with that which is lawful to keep me away from what is prohibited. And with your grace, make me free from want of what is not approved by you. O my guardians and Nibu, please don't impose on me afflictions which I have not the strength to bear. And pardon me, and grant me protection, and have mercy on me. You are my patron. So grant me victory over those who conceal what they know to be the facts beyond any doubt. O guardians, O my guardians, do not punish me if I forget or make a mistake. My guardians, do not lay on me a burden for allowing my mortal instincts to take control of me, making me lazy and neglectful of giving praise to you and spreading YAANUWN. So all those is out of the gold book. Yeah, yeah. I'm giving y'all this ammo. I'm giving y'all this ammo. Y'all could go back through this. Y'all could play the prayers over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? What the God say? I got okay, Munsadu, Imnatharu, helpers of the overseers, those who do the work of the overseers with this mission on earth by aiding Pandabab YAANUWN. That's right. Anun Reye, Atum Reye, Atun Reye, Amun Reye. That's right. Beautiful prayers, Yasaru. Nah, real talk. Bakari, you gotta stop. You gotta have to hit me. You have to stop this. Okay? Stop. We're gonna talk. Stop. We're gonna talk. Okay? But let me read these three. I'm gonna hit you on the hip. We're gonna read these joints right here. I don't even know. I'm just picking three random out of Pasamak because we need them all. So it doesn't make a difference. It does to me. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this be like one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, this is like a heavy one. This is heavy. 9. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this. This is Psalm 35. Pasamak YAANUWN. Let us, Nuwapians of YAANUWN, rejoice. Consider now how the betrayers live their lives and how they are being dealt with by and for their lies and plots against Tamaray. Has not life made their plots and plans with the Adamites against us, Patahites, backfire in their faces? Yes. What have they gained from their action against except embarrassment, shame, and humiliation? And are not they living the lives they claim were abusive? Are they holy, pure, good, or are they the same as all others of fornicators, profane, abominations, adulterers, whoremongers, pornographers, pedophiles, perverts, boyfriends, girlfriends, janus, sex out of wedlock, yet they pretended to be virgins, all of this for payments the Adamites never gave. What have they gained for helping the Adamu race? Attacks Tamaray, attacking the Nuwapian mothers, Koradu children, fathers, as they pretended they were the abused and knowing in their hearts, Ababat and Akalat minds, that they were the ones who helped them plot and plan and were the ones who molested them and that they welcomed the abuses. Yet will they confess to this? No. So their lives will be torment, both mentally and physically, as they pretend all is well in the public eye. They are Jawed, wicked, and deceitful, who have opened their famam at mouths against us, Nuwapians of YAANUWN. They have spoken against Pandabab YAANUWN with lying tongues and with words of hatred. They surrounded us. They lied and attacked without cause in return for YAANUWN's love and support. They accused him. They repaid him evil for good and hatred for divine love. Ashuk. They repaid him evil for good and Bagad's hatred for Ashuk, divine love. Now is appointed evil specters to oppose them and an accuser in their lives. All they try will fail. They will be found guilty, condemned. Their days few. Death follows them all around. Their children will be wandering beggars, and they will run from sexual relationship to sexual relationship, even to the arms of the Adamite race of Caucasians, Kakasu. Hold on. What is it? What is it? Adamite race of Kakasu. That's 8. Okay, I'm on 9. No. Sheesh. The creditors will seize all they have. Strangers plunder their lives. No one extends them kindness or take pity on them. Their descendants are cut off, their names blotted out from the next generation. The iniquities of their own lie is upon them. Their lustful sins always remain upon them. This is the heaven's payment to YAANUWN's accusers, to those who spoke evil of him. His accusers will be clothed with disgrace and wrapped in shame. As a cloak, they are condemned. What they did to us and what they did to Pa Nabab YAANUWN. Rejoice. They are condemned for their lies as liars. That goes for a lot of people. Goes for a lot of people. Blood related included. Goes for a lot of people. Let's keep it funky. Okay. 9. You said 107. 108. Okay. This is page 107, Psalms 58. Let us Nuwapians of Wunuwap rejoice. Wunuwap come forth as the year 2000 like never before. That which Isa al-Hadi Amati taught as of the year 1970 is expired. Let's get in. Wunuwap is indicating all Pa Nabab YAANUWN has incarnated to teach. Wunuwap is vanquishing falsehood despite the objection of the opposition. Sawab Kawun Sawab. Wunuwap exposes the Tanshu'at, the deceptions of Abraham's religion and those who abuse what Moses taught his own Salal race and what Jesus taught his own race, Jawed ones, and their treachery. Wunuwap, Wusabat, manifesting their misguided tampering of their own doctrines. Moses had good laws for his own race. Jesus had good news for his own race. Wunuwap, Wusabat diffuses the fabrication of those who seek to deceive our own race, the perverse ones. Wunuwap, Wusabat also lays bare all deceit of the deceivers who pretend to represent our own race with other races' doctrines and religions. Wunuwap, Wusabat has you to put on your guard and know that the lying conspirators, when they pretend to be of us, rejoice in our own. Man. Hold up. And this is Psalm 74 from the Pasamak of YAANUWN. Let us, the Wapians of Wunuwap, beings of Wusabat, rejoice. Who is of the right knowledge, the right wisdom, the right understanding, who has the right overstanding amongst you Nuwapians using sound right reasoning. Let you show it by your good way of living, Haya life, by good deeds and actions done in the humility that comes from Pa Nabab YAANUWN and Wunuwap Wusabat. Yet if you're one who harbors hate and bitter, sha'arat, feelings for others, even racism, you have failed. Submit yourselves to Patarak, the way, and resist hateful feelings for others. Avoid those who have hateful feelings towards you, yet don't try to avoid yourself. That would be trying to avoid other Nuwapians, Sabians. It is better to solve bitter sha'arat feelings, better one another as Nuwapians, than lose your return to Kalun home. You don't want to lose your spot. Beings of those left behind. Between each other, be impartial and considerate with all Muspatu, Munwapians. Rejoice in being impartial. I guess there's one more. Psalm 78. Let us Nuwapians of Wusabat Wunuwap rejoice. Wunuwap, Wusabat exposes their deceptions. Wunuwap is a path of vindication from their illusions, and accepting Wusabat will be vanquishing falsehood. Wunuwap exposes their deceptions. Wusabat reveals their treacheries. Wunuwap diffuses their fabrications. Wusabat lays bare their deceits. Wunuwap is your only true way, your only taklu salvation. From their religious illustrations, excuse me, Asmuni, from their religious illusions, from their religious illusions and worship of them as in the image of an all-powerful protecting nothingness. I'm crazy. I'm gonna make sure it's the right one because everything's going backwards. So rejoice in success. Let's rejoice in our success. And ooh, my goodness. My beloved family. Y'all make sure y'all dig in, man. Dig into these goodies. Dig into these goodies. It's happening now as we build. Those that hate it on the master and the nation will get their reward. That's a fact. I just told a brother that on the post. I was like, you stay stuck there, beloved. Don't worry about it. And there's something else I want to say to everybody that's listening. And if you come around listening, if the people come around later, look, I'm dead serious when I say this. When y'all go on these platforms and y'all seeing these people talking and y'all seeing all these people that's with this malice in their heart and these lies and doing these documentaries, the disrespect and discredit the master teacher and the doctrine, take their names down. Like, keep all these names down so they don't try to sneak in through the back door when the God manifests himself and things switch 360. They're going to come back. They're going to change their attributes. They're going to change their avatars. They're going to change their thumbnails. And they're going to come through with a Rahubat. Yeah. Rahubat Muisal. Yeah. The master home. Nah. Keep their names down. Make sure we know who they are. Make sure we put it in their face. No, you wanted them. You wanted to be the people that was trying to tear us down when you thought we was weak. How could we be weak? Well, we've been taught since the 70s, and our doctrine came to us after 2000. We was never forsaken or left without. How could we be weak? Meanwhile, them niggas want to extract from the doctrine and teach it to their own organizations. You had some of them that even propagate and promote that, listen, y'all could keep the Wu Nuwap and teach the Nuwapu, keep the teachings, but throw away the master. Yeah, they recorded, they said it. You know what I'm saying? They said it, brothers and sisters. So yeah, man. Anybody want to say something else? I'm about to go. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie, God, but I had to do this. I had to do this spiritual, psychic self-defense, spiritual tools for psychic self-defense part 2. And I appreciate y'all brothers spending time with me. Like, this is quality. The fact that it's 9 ether. This is all signs and symbols. And everybody else that came and had to go for whatever reason. I know the brothers. The brothers, yeah, God, we here. I appreciate you. I know some they had like supposedly on what's that, Clubhouse. The brothers had a build on Clubhouse today too. So tomorrow we're gonna be on nupu.org. We're gonna be over there at Petty's at the class. Check out nupu.org. Yeah, pool.org. Tomorrow, it's Tuesday. 7 until. So swing through. Gonna be teaching. God gonna be teaching. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I'll be doing it on Tuesdays, because I'll be over there at Petty Joint. And I know Dr. G got one too, and Reawakening. So let me get some love. Ashuk, Rabat Wu Ashuk, Lake, the Ferris Center Tab, Bacardi Hatep, 19 Kaim, Asar, James Gregory, Israel. Anybody got any questions, bills before we about to break out? Bacardi Hatep, again, Fedelucci, Silas Congas. Elder, I'm gonna email you. I'm putting something together. I'm gonna email you too. So, Silas, got some stuff I want to build with you. Appreciate you for stopping by and being with us, man. For the Lucci, I appreciate you. Ron Du, yeah. Kabadwu Ashok, yeah. Aha, always a pleasure, beloved. You know, we putting this energy out to brother Joshua Benjamin. I appreciate you, Hassam Masconi. Appreciate y'all for stopping by and building with us. That's tomorrow, Tuesdays, nupu.org. And listen, it's on us. We the saviors. We the cure, right? We Pamuntaro. We Karadu Shalel Nutaro. We are them. So it's really about us activating the thought principle and moving forward with that. So, like I say every night, man, it's our time. And if not now, then when? You know? If not this, Wusabat, then what? And if not us, then who? Y'all be safe. About Washuk. I appreciate y'all and apply these tools, these spiritual tools for psychic self-defense, because it's a spiritual mental war, and that affects the physical. So we have to strengthen ourselves in the spiritual and mental world in order to strengthen ourselves in the physical world. All right, y'all. I shook, man. Peace and blessings. Appreciate y'all for rolling with me. Well, I do. Have a good one.